Michael Burry has an interesting tweet he did about a stock called Magic Empire Limited. And I think it's worth taking a look at what he is saying about it because it's symbolic of what is happening in the moment in the financial markets. Now, if you don't know who Michael Burry is, he was immortalized in the movie The Big Short as being one of the traders highlighted in the movie who betted against the subprime mortgage market in 2008 and made a total fortune. Now, he's a bit eccentric, and he has a habit of putting out tweets uh, and then deleting them within a few days. So I want to talk about this before he deletes it. I mean, he only has two tweets online. He's deleted all of his previous tweets, but that's what he does. But the stock went up $93 on a Friday last week, 2,325%. It was one of the top traded stocks for the day. In fact, one of the things I like to monitor is what people are doing on Fidelity. Fidelity has a very interesting page, orders by Fidelity customers. It shows you the most traded stocks on there live. And this is by Friday. This is what happened Friday. And they show you the ratio of buy to sell orders. Well, this stock was number 5, a completely obscure stock. There were 5,871 buy orders placed for this stock. So people saw this price action and they were chasing the stock. Is the stock worth buying and investing in? Well, he is suggesting no. Gamblers gamble more, the more they lose. He's sort of mocking the action, but you know, is that let's look at the stock and what this company is. Is it silly or not? Well, when I type the stock on Google Finance, this is what I see. This is the day's action on Friday, and you can see, it surged all the way up to $200. It was an IPO. It opened officially at 50. Well, it looks like it actually started to trade around 90, surged up to 195 and went all over the place and closed the day at $93, $97. And then there's a lot of trading in after hours. So this is going to be a wild stock for going forward. But I think there's reason to be cautious about it. For one, look at this. The market cap is $1.94 billion. What that means is the market cap is calculated by the number of shares outstanding times the price. If you wanted to buy all the shares, if someone wanted to buy the company out or another company wanted to merge with it, they would have to pay $1.94 billion to purchase all the shares. The PE ratio is 9,700. That's a sky high valuation. Now, when I go to the company website, I'm taken to this. There's very little information out there about the company, but I got some detailed information. I'm going to show that to you. But I get this. I don't read. I don't read that. I don't know what that says. It's got a giraffe on it. I'm not Chinese. Well, it has a button that says English. Okay, let's hit that. Maybe they'll tell us something. Full-fledged corporate finance service. Assist small and medium-sized enterprises to access the international markets. Sort of looks like a penny stock promotion company, typical in the United States. I mean, the language right there. Small, they're even saying small, medium, small-sized enterprises. Well, what I did, I went to the Securities Exchange Commission website, and I went and got the prospectus for this company. And I wanted to see, how much money is it making? And here's what an SEC prospectus looks like. Form 424B4. It's a Hong Kong company, and the shares were sold for $4. So the pre-IPO, the investors in this, they're making a killing, with the stock trading where it is. There's no doubt about that. Is this a manipulation game? I mean, when you see something, it's pretty wild. So lots of holders in China and Hong Kong. So you got to trust in that. Here's where we find out what this Giraffe Capital Limited is all about. It is this Magic Empire Global Limited. It's a holding company that holds Giraffe Capital. So that's what's going on. Magic Empire Global Limited trading on the stock market, but it's really a holding company that owns this Giraffe Capital. So, okay. But is Giraffe Capital something making a lot of money? Well, I got to scroll all the way down to here to find out. And here is their earnings statement. So here's the operating expenses, total in US dollars, $2,163,000. And then, oh, I'm sorry. They made a mistake. Okay, in the statement, that's not operating expenses. That's total. Oh, okay, I'm making a mistake. This is total revenue, $2,163,000. They don't list any operating expenses until you get right below it, and they've got selling and general and administrative expenses, 1.9 million. And so you're getting a total. They made net income of $202,000 last year. Well, the restaurant up the road, there's an Outback up the road where I live, and it probably has more net income, one location, than this entire company, which is valued at one point, close to $2 billion. The fun, as a fundamental investment, this makes absolutely no sense. This is like reverse Warren Buffett. Let's buy the most expensively priced stock when you're paying for earnings and what the company is, than the cheapest. Let's just pile in. And what he's saying is this is silliness. This is gamblers gamble more, the more they lose. He's mocking it. Well, here's the thing. How should we take this situation? Well, it's obvious. This is a pure price momentum play. The people trading this or buying it have no care about earnings. They don't care about valuations. All they care about is price action and the possibility that if they buy, the price may go up. This is no different than someone buying a crypto coin, except this actually has a little bit of earnings. It's just a small bit. So, what this shows is that at the moment, people are in a mode to speculate in the stock market like they had not been, in the previous months. The decline in the stock market from New Year's to May, June, the S&P fell over 20%, the NASDAQ 30%, the ARK ETF totally smashed to over 50% decline. Liquidity dried up in the penny stock world. But in June, we saw the start of a rally in the S&P 500, and it's now up roughly 11% from those lows. That rally has enabled people to get back in the game who play it of trying to speculate and day trade in stocks simply because they move. And that's the moment what we have returned to. But I think that moment will come and go. I don't think this rally is going to go on for the rest of this year. And when the rally falters and we have another decline at some point, this type of thing will dry up. But it's back. These speculators are back. The margin players are back. People are, if you want to call it gambling, they are definitely doing that in stocks like this. And the shocking thing isn't that the stock is out there and obscure stocks trade, but it's the valuation of over $1 billion or close to $2 billion. That's what's shocking. And even more shocking is this was the 5th most traded stock among individual traders on Fidelity. Fidelity is one of the biggest brokerage houses in the United States. It's not simply, people of Robinhood apps, millennials playing this stock. It's people with even more money than that. The active trader in the market, the day trader, was flocking into the stock on Friday. So fascinating action in the financial markets, no doubt. It's something to see. Now, I don't, just buy something because it's moving quite a lot in a single day. I like specific trading patterns to enter a stock. I look at the moving averages to analyze the long-term trend of a sector, the stock market. Are we in a bear cycle, a bull cycle, and so forth? And I did a video last week, and I'll link to it, about the one single best stock pattern that I've ever used, ever. And I've been trading since the 1990s. That pattern is not in this Magic Empire Global stock. No. But when it appears in a stock, I do get excited. So check out that video. And the video actually has a link in the description to it, to an entire ebook I wrote about it. So like this video. If you want more financial videos from me, I talk about all sorts of topics: real estate, news, history. So like, and I'll do more videos like this. And if you're new to my YouTube content, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it, and YouTube will send you an alert as soon as the next video is up for you to watch.